Wilson is a history teacher and intrigued by the Wild West, so on the way home we decided to visit a city with a storied past, Dodge City, Kansas, also known as the wickedest little city in America. While visiting Dodge City, Kansas, we stayed at the Gunsmoke RV Park, a park with a Western theme, and if you know anything about old Westerns, you might remember the show Gunsmoke, starring James Arness. They are Good Sam Park, with Wi-Fi, a pool, laundry, and a nice park store. It's gated, and sites are nice and level. It's a nice place to stay when you're in this area. No, stop. Don't grab me. Last night was the first time it's rained on us in a while, isn't it?
Yeah, I heard.
Did y'all hear all the thunder?
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't hear it? That's because you sleep so hard.
Well, I didn't hear the thunder
Right.
or the rain, but I just knew it was coming.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's walk up here with Mama and go see what she's seeing. We're fixing to go take this little trolley ride. We're going to learn about Dodge City. Y'all ever heard the saying, get the heck out of Dodge? No? Y'all too young. So we're here at the visitor center.
Look, there is a water park now.
There is a water park here.
We should do that.
And we're going to get our tickets to get on the trolley and take a little tour of Dodge City, Kansas. It's got to be pretty cool. Do you know the history here? No?
I didn't know.
Santa Fe Trail came through here, and the buffalo trade was huge in this area. You know who was sheriff here at one point in time?
Who?
Wyatt Earp.
Who's that?
You don't know Wyatt Earp? Oh my goodness. Say that again?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Wyatt Earp? Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, and Bat Masterson are just a few of the colorful characters to live in Dodge City, Kansas over the years. Alright, getting ready to go on this Dodge City trolley tour.
Getting into Dodge instead of out of Dodge.
Right, we're getting into Dodge, not out of Dodge. So, that's our goal today. That's right.
You guys are it.
All right. Personal tour today.
Sure, exactly.
Awesome.
Spread it all out.
That's right.
Sure, I may have a little cold in here.
Feels great to me.
Fort Dodge was established in 1865 to protect wagon trains on the trail from attacks by Plains Indian tribes and to furnish supplies to the soldiers who were fighting the Indian wars on the plains. The abundance of buffalo here lured the hunters, who swarmed over the area killing buffalo to sell for a reasonable price. A successful day's hunt might reward the hunter with $100. As the word spread about the excellent hunting and about the railroad that would soon reach western Kansas, entrepreneurs everywhere were eager to start business near the new railroad tracks and Fort Dodge to supply hunters with necessities for their trade. George Hoover arrived first and promptly opened a saloon on the west edge of the military reservation. Within a few weeks, there were several more saloons, dance halls, a general store, blacksmith shop, and other businesses, all located south of the newly laid railroad tracks. The first train arrived in September of 1872. Already buffalo hides were stacked high, waiting to be shipped back east. Soon after the arrival of the railroad, many businesses moved north of the tracks to Front Street.
Historically, the city was divided by the railroad tracks, the north side of the city being the business district where law and order was enforced, and the south side of the tracks where lawlessness ruled, and for enough money you could pretty much find anything, and I mean anything, you wanted to buy.
The Home of Stone is one of the oldest homes in Dodge City. The first owner, John Mueller, a bootmaker and rancher, hired a German stonemason to build the house in 1881. Constructed of native limestone, cut and quarried 12 miles north of Dodge City, the stones are 2 feet thick and set with limestone mortar. Each time Mueller shipped cattle east by railroad, the rail cars returned with Victorian furniture for his house. However, Mueller's residence in Dodge City was short-lived. In 1885, fire on Front Street destroyed his boot shop, and the following winter's blizzard devastated Mueller's livestock herd. So he sold out and moved to St. Louis in 1886. Only 2 families ever lived in the house, the Muellers and the Schmidts.
Fort Dodge was established in 1865 to protect wagon trains on the Santa Fe Trail and to furnish supplies for soldiers fighting the Indian Wars on the plains. The first buildings were dugouts, tents, and sod houses, which were used until stone buildings could be finished. During the early days, millions of buffalo roamed the plains, and a new tanning process came along in Germany for turning buffalo hides into usable leather. An English company ordered 500 hides from a Leavenworth dealer. A Pennsylvania tanner ordered 2,000 hides, and the boom was on. Hunters flooded the plains, and a good hunter could make $100 a day. As the buffalo hunters decimated the population, and the Plains Indian Wars came to an end, Fort Dodge was no longer needed. It closed in 1882, and by 1886 the cattle drives had ended with the expansion of the railroads in western America. In 1890, with no more need for Fort Dodge as a military fort, it was converted into the Kansas Soldiers' Home, which provides short-term and long-term care for Kansas's native heroes.
North and one in southeast Kansas. Now when they closed the fort in 1883, the government removed all the bodies from the cemetery. All the military bodies went to Fort Leavenworth, civilian bodies went into Dodge City Cemetery. So all of these graves would have been from residents of the Soldiers' Home after 1890. Just because of the timing, there's over 500 Civil War veterans buried here.
Oh, wow.
In 2003, they come in and added this new section in here, and you can see it has more of a military cemetery look.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a national cemetery like Arlington, but it runs with a lot of the same rules. That's the mother out front. That's last year's gift, and then the year before gift.
Covering an area of approximately 200 acres, this feedlot area can hold up to 45,000 head of cattle. There are 70 large feedlots within 100 miles of Dodge City, often feeding as many as 1.3 million cattle. Approximately 4 million head of cattle a year spend time in our region's feedlots. The cattle arrive here from all over the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The cattle enter, they are fed from between 100 to 150 days until they reach a market weight of about 1,000 to 1,200 pounds.
Oh, you're dumping food in the side.
Many ranchers no longer brand their cattle because the hides are very valuable. Instead, ear tags identify the cattle's owner. Some tags contain electronic information regarding each animal, ensuring that they are fed the right nutrients to produce the type of meat and taste most demanded by consumers. Because of the unique digestive system of cattle, feeders can use a variety of products to produce beef. Feedlots located near bakeries utilize discarded and old meat mixes. Feedlot near potato chip factories utilize outdated potato chips, paper, and lard. One of our local elevators makes more paper glue out of wood.
Wonderful little biology lesson back there.
For a protein supplement. Cattle can and have often been fed.
Most of the cattle in the feed yard are not owned by the feed yard. They're owned by companies, individuals. But if you got an anchor to be in the cattle business, they're always looking for investors.
I'm sure they are.
Even, just around out, further west too, just tons of cows, free range cows out there. And then it's this as we were coming in, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, we don't deal with much pasture cattle around here.
Yeah.
Central Time Zone. In 1897, the time of their construction, the line separating the two time zones ran between the sundials. Since then, the Mountain Time Zone line was moved some 100 miles to the west. The problem we have with these today is we don't know how to reset them for daylight savings time. From the beginning of the 20th century until 1955, a small ethnic community grew on the eastern outskirts of Dodge City. Immigrants from Mexico came seeking a better life. Most found employment with the railroad. The tiny city within the city was called the Mexican Village, located just south of the tracks and east of this location. It was just a little tiny city. Mexican Village had a dance hall, pool hall, grocery store, a church, and a school. Inside the Amtrak portion of the depot are large storyboards with pictures depicting the Mexican Village.
So we stopped at the Paleteria Rio Grande, which is the ice cream shop down the road here in Dodge City.
It has everything.
It does have everything. They have drinks, they have churros, which I've got in here. Ooh, I can't wait to eat Impact. Good. Great ice cream.
Homemade.
Yep, kind of off the way here on B Avenue, off of Wyatt Earp Boulevard. And then you walk outside with your ice cream and you've got this taste in your mouth. And when the wind is blowing from the south, all of a sudden,
it's Cowtown for sure.
Yes, Cowtown. The feedlot smell is blowing up here.
You are on smoking on a farm in the city.
Yeah. Wasn't it rough when it came out?
It stinks.
Yeah, that's all right. Ice cream is awesome.
Yep,
great food. We hope you guys enjoyed this video tour of Dodge City, Kansas. Sometimes we don't think that the middle of the country has much to offer in seeing things, but that's just not true. If you'll search, you'll find something really cool to do and see in any state in our nation. In our next episode, we're going to take you on a tour of the Boot Hill Museum in downtown Dodge City. You'll enjoy it. Make sure you stay tuned for that next week. In the meantime, we hope you guys have really had fun touring Dodge City, and if you have, please make sure you click that like button and subscribe if you've not done so yet. Also hit the little bell so you don't miss any of our future episodes, and we hope to see you soon out on the Mewve.